Hi guys, Erin here for another book related video. Today I'm going to be talking about books that I have but don't necessarily like, so don't hate this, okay? This is just my personal opinion. Everyone has them. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So, with that out of the way, let's begin. The first novel is I Swear by Lane Davis, and the novel is about a girl who commits suicide after being relentlessly bullied for several months of her life. And the bullies blame each other, and then one of the bullies blames the girl's parents because the parents didn't let the daughter have her own space. Now, I'm all about own, like, having your own space and whatever, and the book just got to me because I don't like to be controlled some of the time. But anyway, like, I I used to have depression. I'll be totally open with that. So this novel bothered me, and I couldn't actually get through the entire novel because I was just getting so upset. And when I read books that I don't like, or whenever something just really bothers me and I get stressed or ticked off, I work out so hard. So I was working out for like 2 hours after reading the novel, and that doesn't seem like a lot, but for me it is because I don't always work out. But anyway, I would not recommend the book to anybody who doesn't like, you know, books about verbal torture and torment and all that sort of stuff. Um, Another book that I was trying to read but couldn't finish and really didn't like was Violent Ends, and that book is like by 17 people or whatever. I'm not even going to say who all of the names, but anyway, that's a novel about a school shooter in 17 points of view by other students that the kid went to school with. I bought the book because I thought it would be an interesting read, and it's out of my comfort zone because I read fantasy, science fiction, and murder novels. And yes, it's dark, but I like it, so I'm fine with that. But anyway, um, I just really hated the book. It made me want to scream, and not in the good way, like in the meme where you read a good book and then you're like, oh, this is so relaxing. Oh my god, I can't believe this author decided to make this character do this. Oh, so relaxing. No, that book to me was just like, oh my god, can I please beat up this person, because it was just so horrible. Um, my personal opinion, I believe that everyone needs therapy at one point or another, and a lot of these kids in that book needed therapy. Um, with like the whole working out thing, I was working out for even longer than 2 hours with Violent Ends. Um, if you've been tormented by school bullies and have flashbacks or triggered memories of former torment, do not read the book. You will be bothered. You will be re-traumatized. And I had to deal with bullying all throughout my life because I was like this really energetically crazy reader girl, and instead of I drink and I know things, I read and I know things. And again, with Game of Thrones, Tyrion is one of my favorite characters besides Daenerys, Stormborn Targaryen, and Khal Drogo. I mean, who doesn't love Khal Drogo? Anyway, not the point. Another book that I found it very hard to get through was The Innocent Mage by Karen Miller. Now, you heard me talking about this for forever, pretty much. The novel is about a boy named Asher who dreams of grandeur, so he can return to his home city and then live out the rest of his life on a boat with his father, away from his 7 older brothers who decide to beat and torture him. And with the novel, it also focuses on this character named Gar, who's the Prince of Lure, or Lure, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, but the two lives intertwine, and it just, it's a very long book. Not a lot of like action happens until the end of the book, and it just gets so aggravating after a while because you're like, please just take control of, like, I don't know, take control of the magic, or just punch this person because they deserve to be punched or whatever. And oh my god. Um I wrote down notes too, so that's why I'm always looking down. Since focusing on Prince Gar, who was born without magic, um, he's the only one in his family who doesn't have magical powers until an evil wizard, warlock, whatever, decides to possess the High Wizard's body, and he gives Gar his powers, and Gar's sister Fane actually thought the malevolent spirit guy to be quite attractive, even though he's pretty much like her ancestor or whatever, so that's just creepy. The novel takes forever to read. The climax happens on the last page, no spoilers or anything, but I didn't think it was worth reading much of my time, and I spent weeks reading the book because I was like going to college or whatever, or working, or I don't even remember. But I wasn't overly fond of the book. Don't hate me if you like the book. That's just my personal opinion. Another book that's taking forever to read is The Awakened Mage by Karen Miller, which is the second book in the duology of the Kingmaker Kingbreaker series. And I'm not even like, how many pages am I into it? I'm 87 pages into it and I'm not enjoying it. I don't even know why I should continue reading it if it's just pure torture. Where's the action? Where's the magic? Where are the battles? Where's the fantasy violence? This is coming from a girl who watched The Lord of the Rings when she was 4 years old and then decided to play with Barbies in the Middle Earth way. So there were like battles and everything. But anyway, that was like when I was a kid and everything. Another book that's taking forever to read is on my Kindle, and I don't know like the technology or whatever to make the Kindle appear on my computer. So anyway, the book London by Frank Tael, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. It's about the zombie apocalypse, two words that I've come to love since the beginning of the obsession with The Walking Dead. I've actually stopped watching the show since Glenn's death because that bothered me so much. But the novel is about a guy who breaks his leg before the zombie outbreak and spends the first 50% of the novel in his apartment in his flat in London, just watching outside, seeing the walkers, and he doesn't call them walkers, he calls them them. So he sees them just walking around, being lazy and whatever, and he's trying to wait it out to take his cast off his broken leg so he can go outside and search for his friends who he's missing since the beginning of the apocalypse. And I downloaded the book from Free Booksy, and I thought it would be a great book like Coldbrook by Tim Levin or the Feed series by Mira Grant, but it was just so boring for my taste. I don't even know why I downloaded it, but I didn't spend any money on it, so it's sort of like a win, I guess. Um, all the main character, all the protagonist was doing was complaining about his broken leg, wondering where his missing tenants were, and one was cooking meth, for example, and the protagonist didn't even realize it. So that was sort of like, how can you not know what that is? And then he was messaging a stranger in the flat across the street from his own apartment, and that was just really weird because the guy up in the other apartment just abandoned him after they planned to escape together. And there are a bunch of other books in the series, so I may give those a chance, but I'm not sure. If you read the series, let me know. I don't mind spoilers. Like, I don't know. Just let me know if they're actually good reads in your opinion, but oh my god, it's just so boring to read all those books, or it just gets me super pissed off. So, whatever. Anyway, have a good day, guys. Bye!